Hello, I'm Mike with Meyer Heating and Air. Nice to meet you. Hello, I'm Mike with Meyer Heating and Air.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Please come on in.
Thank you so much. So I'm here to do a cleaning check on your furnace and AC today.
Okay, wonderful. Need to show you down to the furnace?
Actually, if you don't mind, I'd actually like to look at the thermostat first and ask you a few questions there.
Absolutely. Come on,
Perfect.
I'll show you where it is.
Thank you. Okay, Nicole, so if you could tell me, what do you like to keep the temperature in the summer and also the winter?
I would say about 74 both times of
Okay.
year. That's a pretty standard setting for me
Perfect.
personally.
And at that temperature, can you tell me which is the least comfortable room in the house during the summertime and in the winter?
One of the rooms upstairs is my daughter's room.
Daughter's
It's either
room.
very hot or very cold.
Okay. And is that the front of the house or is that in the back
The
of the
front
house?
of the house.
Okay. Perfect. And what about who suffers from allergies?
I do.
And is that all year long or is
Yes.
that? What do you do right now to help that? Medication or?
Yeah, medication, and we have a humidifier, I believe.
Perfect. Okay, well, I'm gonna be checking out your entire system today. I'm gonna look for anything that would shorten the lifespan of the unit, any safety concerns, or anything that I can do to save you some money on utility bills. If I do happen to find some, would you like me to list it and share it with you?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna grab my tools. I left them on the front porch. I'm gonna grab my tools, come inside, go over the furnace, and then also make my way outside. So if you could, show me where the furnace is now, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, so this is, I just finished up with your cleaning check. This is our 42-point inspection where we go over the entire system, just make sure it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. And then I also take into consideration some of the things you talked about with me at the thermostat, okay?
Okay.
So I like to kind of tell you what's good, what I show you some recommendations of in the very near future, and then what we can keep an eye on for the future 6 months to a year to even a couple years down the road, okay?
Okay.
So I check out your humidity, 35%, which is exactly what we want to see that at. Here's your temperatures. You like average 74 in the summer and the winter time. We talked about your daughter's room being the least comfortable, so I got some different solutions for that. You said you suffer from allergies, and that's all year long. I check over your thermostat. Thermostat's in really good shape. It's reading the right temperature that it's supposed to. It's bringing your system off, or on and off, and doing exactly what it's supposed to, both in heating and cooling. I changed your air filter because you had a filter down there, so I went ahead and replaced that for you. I wrote down your filter size so we can keep an eye on that, 16 by 25. I also look at, make sure that it's easy for you to access, because that's important. As long as we're keeping up on the filter, the system stays as clean as it possibly can. I checked your humidifier operation. That's what's keeping us at the 35%, so it's working properly. I noticed that you did have a saddle valve, and that's why I put a star right here. And I'll send you this report after I leave, so that way you can go over it later down the road and go against what I recommended as far as just some different repairs. So you'll be able to look at that. But saddle valve was kind of the old school way of doing things when people would install a humidifier. Now we actually do an add-a-line. It's a little bit more safer. You don't have to worry about water leaking. So I'm gonna recommend replacing that. It's not something you have to do right now, but it's definitely something that we wanna look for in the future.
Okay.
That way you don't have any issues with the humidifier, okay?
Okay.
I tested the furnace for combustion, made sure that that was nice and safe for you. You're all in the green as far as that's concerned. I checked your flue venting, made sure that was nice and safe. Burner condition, everything's good there. I also cleaned the burners while I was down there. I checked your heat exchanger. I did a combustion analysis, made sure the CO levels were where they were supposed to be. Everything was good there. Your furnace starter is reading 44. That just means it's in good operating condition, so we're in good shape there. I did notice with your flame proving electrode, it's what we call, and I put a star right here, it's a safety on the furnace, and it just lets us know that the system is working properly, keep going. That is actually showing some signs of wear. It's not something we have to do right now because we're also looking at summertime very soon, so we can wait till next season, or we could actually take care of it today, but I gave you some prices to do that as well, okay? I looked at your condensate drain, that's nice and clear. Strip heat, you don't have that, so we don't have to pay attention to it, so non-applicable. I checked your heat rise, everything's good there. I look at your static pressure, and one of the things we talked about when I first got here is your daughter's room has a little bit of difficulty warming and cooling. I noticed with your ductwork, you've got a few issues there. We can make some changes to that ductwork and help get you a little bit of airflow up to your daughter's room. So I'm gonna give you some pricing on that. We can go back and forth with that, see what makes a good sense there for you, okay? I checked your blower assembly, that's nice and clean. Both of the components that start your blower assembly, they're in good shape. I look at the supply trunk line, that's in good shape. We're perfect there. I look at your return drop, that's in good shape. Got a picture of the furnace, drains are clean, evaporator coil's nice and clean. Drain lines for the evaporator coil, nice and clean. Water panel's in good shape. Condensing unit on the outdoor unit is level, so we're good there. I did notice that your condenser coil was a little dirty, but we cleaned that as part of the clean and check today, so moved it from the yellow over to the green. Fin condition, those are those fins outside that you can see when you look at the air conditioner. Those are all nice and straight, everything looks good there. Disconnect, which is the electrical connection outside, all that's in really good shape. You don't have a surge protector now, and that is for in case we have any kind of brownouts or high voltage surges in the house, it protects your unit. So I'm gonna give you a price on that as well. Again, it's not something you have to do. You can wait for a couple years down the road, but it's just something that's a safety for that outdoor unit. Okay? Looked at both of the starters on the outside unit, everything looks good there. Contactor, these are all electrical components, all of those are in great shape. And looked at your temperature difference. I noticed that your temperature difference is a little bit off, and why that is because you're a little low on refrigerant. You're about a pound low on refrigerant. You have an R22 system, it's an older refrigerant, so I'm gonna recommend making some changes with that. What's gonna happen is it's not gonna cool as well. Your unit's not gonna keep lubricated because it doesn't have the right amount of refrigerant that's in the system. So these are some things that'll definitely help with maintenance and also the performance, keeping the utility bills down low, okay?
Okay.
So that's all of that. I'm gonna send you a copy of this, but let's go over the prices that we talked about, the estimates. So I view those, we'll go sideways here. Here's the maintenance. We talked about doing the refrigerant. We'll actually go into there. The refrigerant, what we call the flame proving electrode. We looked at that minor duct repair that's gonna help with your daughter's room upstairs. Also a whole home air cleaner because your filter was a little dirty. This is gonna help move more air upstairs because we're getting more air into the furnace. And then this other duct work that we do is going to help majorly with your daughter's room upstairs. So we'll get more airflow upstairs. And that's all of those together. And if we look back at that, we've got a couple different options here. It's either $14.88 or we can do 0% for 12 months and you pay $124 a month. So we got a couple different options for you on that. We also talked about allergies. You said you have some allergies that you're dealing with all year long. So let's go into that estimate. This is our Sanuvox. It's a UV air filter. Not filter, I'm sorry, that's the wrong way to say that, but it actually cleans the air as it goes past this UV light. It's gonna get rid of those bacteria, mold, things like that. It's great for any kind of dust mites. It helps with that as well. So it's going to help you with your allergies for all year long. So that's something that you can definitely look at. I'll send you an estimate, or not an estimate, but a little bit of literature on that so you can look a little deeper into that, see if that's something that would help you out, okay?
Okay.
So gave you the options there. There's the upfront $1,050, and if you do payments, it's $87.50 a month.
Okay.
Then we also talked here about your Comfort Club. This is our maintenance agreement program where we come out once in the fall and once in the spring. That plan service agreement is $168 a year.
Okay.
We have that, or we have what we call the monthly service agreement. You can pay for that $14 a month, and it equals the $168. That way you don't have to pay everything out of pocket. You just pay it monthly with us with a credit or debit card, okay?
Okay.
Now I'm here to do as little or as much as you like. Does any of the things that I talked about today make sense to you and maybe want to move forward with it?
Yeah, I think we should do all of it.
All right, we can definitely do that. Let me get you signed up today and we'll get started.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thank you.